Today I'm going to show you the Dynex 9-inch dual screen DVD player for home or car use. Now Dynex is one of Best Buy's own in-house brands, and I was able to get a deal on this dual screen DVD player. I already have the box somewhere else, so I can't really show you that, but it's pretty plain to begin with. But everything is in this nice bag that it came with. Now there is two things that are not in here, but I'll explain what they are in a little bit. So let's do an unbagging, as I would call it. So we start with this back part of the case here. In this one I store our instructions, which tells all about units and features and whatnot. In this part here, leave it temporarily aside, is our main 9-inch screen and DVD unit. So your 9-inch screen is here. It's a matte finish, so you don't have the issue of glare, but you do lose a tiny bit of image quality compared to a glossy display. But since this is primarily pretty much meant to be used in a car, you know, you're going to have the benefit of the matte display by not having any kind of glare while viewing. And on the front, there's an IR sensor here. Now, there's no remote that comes with this system. You can get an optional remote or probably find a programmable one and program it to that, but there is no actual remote that comes with this. Most of all the controls you actually need are right here on the face. So we have a setup button which kind of sets up the display's own options. You can do configurations on it. The function button is equivalent to the function button of a DVD player. So it allows you to set things like subtitles, go back to the main menu, change the viewing angle if the DVD has that, a couple of other features. Your main navigation panel is here. You can go to a previous track, there's your next track, and then there's a slow reverse and fast forward, and a select button in the middle, and to the next of it is our play pause and our stop button. And right here is we have a set of LEDs. Usually this lights up blue to indicate that the power's on, and then we've got stereo speakers on each side. Looking at the side of the unit here is where we find some controls and connections. We have our rotary volume control right here. There's our headphone jack. Here's our audio video out and our DC out. This sends the audio video signal and the DC power to the second monitor, which we'll show in a little while. And then there's our primary DC input. It comes with both an AC adapter and a car adapter, so you can again use it at home or in the car. On the top is our dedicated on-off switch. Turn it on and off. And then we have a button to open up the player unit. And you can open it up, and that's where you put your DVD disc. It'll also support playing CD audio or a couple of other disc types, including ones that have pictures on them. And on the back we have a little kickstand. So again, when you're using it at home, you can put the kickstand out and you can prop up the display if you want to use it like that. And then these areas here are where the mounting straps go for the headrest mounts. And again, the headrest mounts are the things that aren't included in the bag here. That's what I was referring to earlier. I've already got those in my car at the moment. But that's where your headrest Velcro mounting straps go to mount it in there. Other than that, that is the primary unit out of the way. I'll go back to the rest of what's in the bag here. And that's where I keep all the other accessories. Now this one here, this is the secondary monitor. And again, it's pretty basic. You just got to get another 9-inch matte display, the stereo speakers. On this side we have our brightness control. So there is a rotary knob to control the brightness. The brightness on the other one is controlled in a menu. So if you want to control the brightness on the primary unit, you got to use the menu, but on here you use a rotary knob since there's no actual setup menu functions on this model. And then here is where we have that AV input and DC input jacks that come from our other unit. You can also use this separately. I'll show why in a little while. And we have another headphone jack and our volume control. And again on the back, there's another kickstand right here that lets you prop it up like so. And we have additional mounts for the second headrest. So that is the secondary monitor. But again, this also serves another function if you don't want to play DVDs on it. Again, I'll show that in a little while. So let's get on to the rest of all the accessories. It does come with a pair of headphones, one for each unit. In here is where we keep all our cables. That's it for the bag. So we have our DC input cable that goes into a cigarette lighter or a DC outlet in your car to operate it. There's also an AC adapter, so again you can use it at home from a standard outlet. And then this is our cable that connects the two monitors together. Of course, one of these goes to the DC out and the AV out of the primary unit, and then this one connects to the AV in and DC in of our secondary monitor. And then this is the last thing. There's an audio video RCA connection cable. This one is what connects up to the secondary monitor if you want to use it for something else, like if you've got a video game console with you or something like that. You can use this and plug in an RCA equipped device and be able to watch video and hear audio on the secondary monitor through this. So that's what this is for. That's what that secondary monitor's other function is I was referring to. So I've shown everything that's in the bag and what comes in the box. So let's go ahead and put the two units together and actually try out a movie. So I've got these units plugged into a house outlet through this one. I've got the adapter cable connected up between the two. So now we've got these two devices connected together. So let's go ahead and turn them on and put a DVD movie in. So I'll turn this one on first. That one started up. Turn on the primary unit. And you can see that blue LED came on. And again, it's mirroring what's going on this unit with our secondary monitor over there. And I got myself a DVD disc. It's a little collection of videos that I've already done and uploaded to YouTube that I'm trying to put together for something later this year. I've been experimenting with, so I'll put the DVD disc in here. Load. Make sure my volume is turned down on all of these. Okay. It should load the disc. And it's actually playing from the last memory, so let me actually stop it. There, it goes back to the main menu. So you can see it's showing the same video on both of them. And what I've actually got here is, again, it's a DVD collection of some of the Lego stuff I've put together. So you can see one here and another one over there. And again, volume does work on it. I've just turned up the volume on that unit so you can hear the audio from there. And then I'm going to turn that audio down. And I'm going to go over to this one and turn up the volume on this. So again, audio and video is being mirrored on both devices, but whatever is being played on this will show up on that. And it's configured in such a way so that this is how you'd have to set it up in a car. This goes behind the driver's seat, this one goes behind the passenger seat, and that's because of the way the connections are set up between the device there. This one has it on this side, and then this one has it on that side. But that's basically how it works. And again, the function button here allows me to bring up the menu to go back to things like the main menu, put on subtitles, do zoom, a couple of other things like that. So I could go back to the main menu if I wanted. Well, that's actually not going to let me do it because of the way the DVD is set up. Again, I could do some other options there. But that's how you can change it. Of course, play, pause. I can pause the video. I can also go to the next track, which is a entirely different video. I can fast forward through it, or I can go backwards a little bit. So again, that's how these units work. Now let me show you how to use the secondary monitor with this cable. So let me power everything down, turn them all off. Now let's look at the secondary monitor by itself using that AV input cable. So we're back with the secondary monitor, and we've got it hooked up using the AV cables. And I've hooked it up to something that I've recently shown previously in a video, which is my 2.4 gigahertz wireless camera. It's connected up to the receiver, and I've got the camera hooked up somewhere else over here, and it's actively transmitting back through the receiver, and I'm seeing it on a little monitor there. So again, with that AV input connection cable here, you can use the secondary monitor for anything that has an RCA connection, whether it be something like this, and you need like a portable monitor for first-person video or security purposes, or again, if you're traveling and you've got something like a video game console that you can hook up to the monitor and be able to play video games on it, provided you've got a way to power the console, of course. Or if you've got, you know, photographs or a camcorder or something that you want to output the video onto the monitor, you can do that too. So your possibilities are endless so long as it has a RCA output on it. So that down, and turn that off, so you showed that that works. Again, I pretty much showed it all. So again, this is the Dynex 9-inch dual screen DVD player.